What's up, everybody? Welcome to another wonderful episode on the OffBalance podcast, where dance meets dialogue, where movements meet meaning. So, on this great episode today, we have in our midst today Miss Ugo, the very first chairman, very first female chairman. We're talking about the National G.O.N.D, right? And I know there's been a whole lot that we still don't understand about the National G.O.N D. When we hear G.O.N.D, have you G.O.N D is doing something, G.O.N D is doing this, G.O.N D is doing that. We're telling you now that come to the G.O.N D, join the guild. You don't know what the guild is completely about. So she's going to help us to open it up, explain one or two. I'm going to try as much as I can to ask some questions that we all need to hear about the G.O.N D, because someone was here months ago and the person was like, I don't know, there's one organization that they say this will help dancers to do stuff. I mean, so Anna said, you mean the G.O.N D? He said, I don't know, I think they call them the G.O.N D. I don't know if they are still. I said, yes, they are very much active. And right now they're having a restructuring where they want to re-elect and reposition themselves for them to be accessible to dancers as it is supposed to be. And I was like, that's great, that's great. And I told him that if you have any problem or any issue with any dance space or institution, take it to the G.O.N D. The G.O.N D will fight for you. So we'll ask that question now. We'll ask now. Can the G.O.N D fight for us? Truly, truly. So that's why we have Miss Ugo here representing the G.O.N.D and also the very first female chairman of the G.O.N D. Welcome, Miss Ugo.
Thank you.
How you doing, man?
I'm good. And you?
Fine. We give thanks. So how has it been?
Well, it's been amazing. It's been wonderful. It's been a journey. Okay, I know the interview has started, so let's just start. The conversation has started.
Yeah.
My administration got elected July 27th, 2017.
2017.
Yes. So
Wow.
this year we're already 9 years and 8 years and 9 months or thereabout.
In the office.
Yeah, in the office. So
Wow.
we're winding down. In fact, we were supposed to have wound down some couple of years back, but it seems like dancers needed some more boost. And in fact, if you see what's going on right now online in terms of the social space of the guild, you will know that dancers are ready. They are brewing to take charge and take over. So when we were elected, a 10-man executive team, we hit the ground running fast because incidentally, I've never been a chairman, and many of them have never been in such, position they had to take on. So we first started by trying to learn from those that have experienced such positions, the chairmanship or PRs, secretary and stuff like that. We did all that, and then by the manifesto I had presented at the election, which needed to, because I had served as a secretary, general secretary under the guild. In fact, now we have the national, we have the state. I am the state chairman. The state chapters are cut across Nigeria.
Oh.
So we have in Oyo State, Ogun State, Kwara State, Enugu State, Guild of Nigerian Dancers. So I'm the Lagos State chapter chairman. So I had served like 5 years previously under another chairman of the chairmanship of Mr. Isioma Williams at the time.
Oh, okay.
I was the general secretary, Lagos State chapter, before I went back to school and then came back and then now put in for this position of a chairman and won it. So part of my manifesto was decentralizing the guild. This is the powerhouse called the guild.
Yeah.
We didn't, my administration didn't want a situation where dancers needed to reach the guild just directly and struggle so hard to get attention, to be impacted. The best way was from that proposition was to create mini outlets, mini powerhouses, which we call the Artist Forum or the Dance Forum or G.O.N.D communities. So we started with Bariga. Incidentally, Bariga had already started a structure called the Bariga Artist Forum, which was aligning with what my manifesto. In fact, before I became the chairman, I didn't know about Bariga Artist Forum. So it was almost telepathic
Okay.
that they had something that was calling to what I was proposing from my manifesto. So when we visited Bariga and we found out they already had that kind of structure, immediately we embraced them, told them about the guild the more. It's not as if they didn't know about the guild, but there's this what they call a force. So I needed that force to be impacted that we are beyond just dancing. There is a business to it. There is a lifestyle to it. There is a community that is supposed to be built around it. So as soon as they received us, they began to run with us. We moved from Bariga, we went to Ajegunle, we went to Surulere. We started setting up gradually. Now, because a lot of dancers had lost trust where the guild was. A lot didn't even know. So it was a bit of challenge going into such communities and saying, G.O.N.D needs to start here. G.O.N.D needs to start here. So what did we do? We used the executives. Where do you reside? Where do you practice? So we had somebody like Uzochi Uyamasi,
Okay.
who is the current financial secretary,
Okay.
and will be stepping down too. He resides in Ajegunle. So we're like, we will use you as a template to coordinate Ajegunle dancers. We had a Tayo, Oluwashogba. He stays in Surulere. He's the director of productions. We will use you to start Surulere, just like that. So from within my cabinet there, I started decentralizing. I am Ikorodu. I said I will use myself as a coordinator within Ikorodu to start bringing dancers out, and that was what we did. So it wasn't as if we paid anybody in any community. We started from the excos. So it was from the excos going into their community to now identify one or two people to say, please, the guild needs this. How can we put ourselves together? And that was how they started coming together. In Surulere, they started building that network. And we had the first female coordinator there called Beju.
Okay.
Beju Oguntade. She's no longer with us here in Nigeria. She's relocated and doing great works now in America. Beju was the one that now led that team that Tayo had been asked to bring in. We had Beju, we had Shegun Moses. These are names you'll be seeing currently now vying for positions in the current executives. So they are, you will see from their stories, they have served the guild by establishing their communities. So it is just automatic that they are now interested in being part of the the state's chapter executives. So I'm proud of these guys now coming out because they were used to test run creating the communities. So by decentralizing the guild in that way, it gave my administration the opportunity to be able to reach the dancers one-on-one. It wasn't now a matter of we call Congress and they are wondering how they are going to get there. They first of all have their internal meetings in their communities, get to know themselves, know who they are, know their challenges, and then bring it to Congress as a general house. And that was how my administration functioned. And I would say to a great extent, it made work easier for us. It wasn't as if we had discovered all, but we had opened up Ajegunle, Bariga, Surulere, Ikorodu, Badagry. We had Lagos Island, we had Lekki, we had Oworonshoki, where value is coming from and that. I'm telling you, that whole process helped my administration reach the grassroots, reach the average dancers easily. And we didn't have to sit like on a pedestal and feel like we are here, they are there. No, we were in the grind with them, visiting them, knowing what's going on. We were getting direct feedback through the coordinators we had set up. So from Oworonshoki, we had value. From Surulere, we had Beju. From Lekki, we had Martins. From Lagos Island, we had Rati. Badagry, we had Ifeanyi. So these are dancers, core dancers that own even their own dance companies, but they are subservient, not slavish, subservient and in honor to the guild. And today, my administration is better for it. And on that platform, we are now moving, transitioning to handing over what I would call a guinea pig or test tube baby kind of administration. I would call our administration test tube we're on the verge of transitioning now.
Okay. Yeah.
From my administration to a new administration. So we've called for election, and so far the participating interest has been very loud, which is one of the reasons why I'm here. Moving from my administration to a new administration,
Okay.
it will take elections. Initially, election was something that dancers were not ready to hear. But now, there's that vibe. And why? And that's because a lot of dancers have come to realize that this guild, this gentle giant is here to stay. It is for them. It does not belong to any other person but the dancers. And the best way to make it work is for the dancers to come in, take charge. My administration has done what it could to wet the ground, to be that lab rat, like I said. The lab rat's process was to use my administration. We use my administration to garner back our dancers, the trust, the expectation, the love, the wanting to be part of the guild. You understand? And that's where we are today. And having used my administration to create those communities and the dancers seeing year in, year out what we're trying to push in those communities, they are all for it now, sincerely, and that's where we are.
All right. So now, to be very honest,
Yes.
I know for a fact that if there's any person that I know that has been consistent from the guild ever since I've been hearing about the guild, is only one Miss Ugo, which is you. Yeah, to be very honest, because the very first time I met you,
Yes.
I think I was at a Freestyle Friday event, and you came and you were explaining what the guild is, and you even shared the form one time like
Yes.
that. Mama and I'm like, what's the
wrong?
guild about? But we never knew that there is a space or there is an institution or a guild that is being created for dancers to
Yes.
actually to let them know that they belong to that space,
Yes.
right? I feel like the information has not been openly pushed publicly,
Yes.
right? Now, not just grassroots. Grassroots is reachable because we have people who are representing those communities at the top level
Yeah.
that can say, okay, let's say, for instance, now the Uwurushuki community. Now, a lot of people will understand what the work of the work of the guild.
Yes.
Because someone like Valu, who is also participating in the guild, knows
Yes.
what the guild is about.
Exactly.
Now, how about young communities that just grow up, started dancing from the streets? They don't even know, because they don't belong to any community that we can say has a connection with the guild.
Yes.
So how do we now tell those ones that there is a space available for you guys?
Yes.
So now, how in this new dispensation now, in this new era that the guild is creating, right? Now, how are we now going to push into those areas and also preach this to every dancers and every one young and upcoming dancer
Yes.
that even before you started dancing or before you go to any dance school, there's a guild, there's a space. It
Yes,
belongs to
exactly.
you.
All right. So let me first of all take. Let me say first and foremost, and with due respect and apology, with due humility to all the dancers out there in Nigeria, in Lagos specifically. In as much as our administration was pushing to get to the grassroots, get to bring dancers together, we lacked visibility.
Okay.
Visibility. And visibility is all about this tech. I would say we were a group of our executives that were more of the old school, old generation. And we were coming into this phase, this tech phase, with all our ignorance and all that, and hoping to catch up with the millennials, and then you have the Gen Zs.
The Gen Zs, yeah.
Yes. So technology-wise, we're not prepared for what we were hoping to push for.
Okay.
So somehow along the line, we lost track of visibility. We were busy doing the work. If I tell you in 9 years what we have achieved, many people don't know because it wasn't visible. The few visibility we had are more recent. You understand what I'm saying? So
So when you say achieve, sorry, Scott, when you say things you've achieved in 9 years,
in 9 years.
what are the things that we as people who are not part of the guild
Yes.
that we can see now and say, oh,
They were the ones that did that.
You were the one that did this. One of them. Just
Okay,
mention
so
a few.
we've had visits to government offices to speak
Okay.
about the guild.
Okay.
The Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture we are part of that family. The Lagos State Council of Arts and Culture, we're part of that family. The Ministry of Wealth Creation, we are part of that family.
So do every dancers now have the access to all of this? that has
Yes,
been
for the
created?
fact that the guild is already known there. It's just a matter of approaching. It's a matter of creating that, keeping that relationship going. Presently, let's say in the past 5 years, everything concerning the World Dance Day, the ministry is aware of it. In fact, we have a relationship even for a Federation of Tourism Association of Nigeria, FTAN. You understand? So because dance is part of tourism, which most dancers don't even know. They think it's just entertainment. It is tourism. Because there's nobody that comes into the country that does not get welcomed by a dance group, a troupe, or company. And then when you go for evening outings, you see dance. So dance is part of tourism. And because of that, it's also a member of Federal Federation of Tourism Association of Nigeria. We have created a relationship. So the reason why I'm saying that, there were so many things we did, apart from the celebratory things like the World Dance Day, and Dance Nadikuka, and every other thing. There were many projects we did underground, apart from also the grassroots reach out. We've supported so many grassroots festivals and programs within FODAF, which is a footprint of David activities.
Okay.
Kings and Queens, a lot of projects, even Chegun Adefila's project, the one of the festival. There are many, many. However, like I said, our error, our let's say our deficiency was visibility. But did we do them? Yes, we did. However, our happiness, or maybe I would say my joy specifically, is that this generation of individuals coming out now for this new dispensation, oh my God, they are not just tech savvy. They are millennials that caught into Gen Z. They understand the language. So they know where it hurts, where it's joyful, where the language begins and continues. So what I would say my administration has done is to clear that path. We will not take for granted visibility. The instant you invited me for this podcast, I didn't ask you why. I knew instantly it has to be done. You can't keep hiding in the shadows.
Okay.
The new leadership will definitely not play with visibility, broadcasting us out there. You know, anything that has to ensure that those that don't even know about the guild, that even knew about the guild and need more information, they will be reached. Visibility is what I'm hoping they will not also fall back on. Like I said, my administration will be faulted for that. And I've mentioned a few projects or connections we've had that were not probably broadcast, but we did work. And we're hoping that this new dispensation will take it from there, but visibility will not be compromised, none at all.
And also, you're also saying, if I get you rightly, that every dancer, from every corners of this Lagos, Nigeria, is part of the guild now.
Wow, absolutely. In the past, it had been that G.O.N.D, Guild of Nigerian Dancers, belonged only to contemporary
And
traditional
like,
dancers. No, hear it today. Hear it from the OffBalance podcast. If you're a dancer, you're a dance enthusiast, you're a dance researcher, dance trainer, dance movement coach, whatever you are that has to deal with dance, the body matrix of movement, or a dance entrepreneur, whatever it is that you do with dance, in relation to dance, that projects dance from one space to the other, you are a member of the Guild of Nigerian Dancers. Don't get it twisted. If anyone had ever told you that because it was stationed somewhere in the National Theatre, then it only belonged to theatre practitioners. You are also a theatre practitioner. Because under theatre, which is the umbrella for creativity, we have dance, costuming, directing. Dance is part of theatre. So you are a theatre practitioner, a dance practitioner. And that automatically means that you are a member of the Guild of Nigerian Dancers. And the Guild of Nigerian Dancers is a baby that was birthed by the National Association of Nigerian Theatre Practitioners, NANTAP. NANTAP is the umbrella body that birthed the guilds that houses all the theater practices. You have the Actors Guild,
Yeah, Actors
Directors
Guild,
Guild,
Film Guild.
Guild of Theater Drummers. That's the responsibility of NANTAP. So G.O.N.D, Guild of Nigerian Dancers, was the first guild birthed under NANTAP in the 90s. And it's still waxing strong. So please, dancers, if you can hear this podcast any day, you are a member, find us. It is not difficult. We're on Instagram, Lagos at Lagos G.O.N.D or G.O.N.D P Lagos at Lagos G.O.N.D P. Because it used to be Guild of Nigerian Dance Practitioners, but recently
Yes, it
has
changed,
been
yeah.
changed to Guild of Nigerian Dancers. All information concerning the guild you will get on the podcast. The new dispensation coming in, their hands are this wide. They are waiting to embrace you and welcome you home. So please, it is your guild. And the guild responsibility is to take care of you, is to fight for you, is to promote you, is to work with you, hand in hand, collaborate with you to make sure that your work as dance practitioners, as dance artists, not only get known outside Nigeria or inside Nigeria, but also what concerns you, your welfare, well-being, is paramount to the guild. Please, I need people to know that. Answers.
All right. That being said, I'm going to ask you one more last question, and so we can wrap up with that. We know that there is an election right now that's coming up for the new dispensation, the new reintroduction, so to say. Yes. Of course, I feel like it's a reintroduction to the dancers right now,
please.
because now we know that social media now we know the power of social media now, of the media. And I feel like the G.O.N.D tapping into this social media tool would be like an easy way to reach out to every dancer in Lagos and also outside Lagos. Because now we have number of them. So many. You come to stadium, you see new dancers that you've not seen before. Young people, right? So now I think this is a time for the guild to use this chance to kind of like open and really say whatever they want to say so that the dancers can hear.
All right.
Right? And now my last question is there an office where they can either come to, walk into, and say, okay, this is it, this is my problem, or this is what I'm facing as a dancer. I need a lawyer, I need a dance coach, I need a mentor. You know, is there like plans for all of that?
Okay, so like I said, we were lab rats. That's why I still call my administration. But my administration had fought so hard to get the structural part of the guild. So physical structure, we couldn't establish a secretariat for the guild.
Okay.
So we worked online, kind of. I'll call it a virtual office. So my phone number is one of the most accessible phone number on earth. However, over time, we created some kind of affiliation with institutions. Like you cannot go to the National Theatre office and ask for the guild. Our representative is there, courtesy of Mrs. Awele. She's also, Awele Dekpe. She's a dance. She used to be a dancer, an active dancer of the Crown Troupe. She's presently works with us as a guild, assisting us. So there's no way you go to the National Theatre and request to know about the guild. Mrs. Awele is there, and so many other executive friends and colleagues. Then we also have a relationship with Q.O.N.D Center. It's also an affiliated body to the guild. We've had our congress there. They've been very helpful. So there's no way you go to Q.O.N.D Center and make inquiries about the guild. Even if there's nothing there, they will get in touch with the necessary authorities. Which other institutions? SPAN is also part of the Society for Performing Arts in Nigeria. Now, these may be existing structures, but we are affiliated. And our hope is that we will get a physical structure eventually, hopefully through this administration, because I know it was also one of the propositions by the incoming chairman person. It was the structural. So it was also part of my manifesto. but it didn't happen in my time.
Okay.
I believe it will happen with this time. And like I said, my administration is not just backing off. We are going to work in line with this administration, hopefully sustaining what we've built from and, carrying on. Then we're also in talks presently with 18 Hub,
Okay.
which is also within Bagada. In fact, our letter is supposed to have gone to them requesting for that structural. They have asked
Space,
us to,
okay.
yes, they have asked us to come propose it. So that document should be going out very soon. But I'm letting you guys know that hopefully 18 Hub in Bagada will be embracing us to
Welcoming,
have a
okay.
structure or secretariat there. Even if we have like 3 structures, so long as they are serving the dance communities at different points. And I know that the incoming administration may be very interested in this Bagada environment, Surulere and all that. We will definitely have structures that dancers can come into and make inquiries, do their congress, make photocopies, make phone calls, have a chat, do dance rehearsals. That physical structure, don't worry, we will definitely get a land and start building. But for presently, we have certain brother, sister spaces that have been accommodating us. And the information will pass through the off-balance space.
All right, thank you so much,
Yes, thank
Ms.
you.
Ugo. You've spoken so well. There are a lot of questions that we have in our mind to ask, but I also believe that those questions we take us back, because right now they are taking a new shape, a new form to forge ahead.
Yes, please.
So all of our questions will be ahead and what is to come.
Futuristic, yes.
Yes, and she has said some of those things, and we are going to trust. There's nothing we can do but to trust, the guild again and see how far they can drive us, to our purpose, to our dreams, and to the things we want to achieve as creatives, as dancers, in Nigeria. Thank you, Miss Ugo, for your time. And we are drawing the curtains now. Thank you for your time with us as well. So we're going to drop all the informations that have been said on the podcast, how to get them, where to get them, the institutions that they are affiliated with, and the ones that support them, the brothers, sisters, that they have, as also that's representing the guild as well.
Yes, that
So-
you are familiar with
Exactly.
also, but never knew that we're partnered
Yeah.
with.
So again, don't forget, the dance guild is for you, is for me. So the same way you see me as a dancer, and I can say I belong to the guild, it's the same right that you have also as dancers. And you can also say you belong to the National Guild of Dance Nigeria.
Yes.
It's safe to belong somewhere. It's safer, especially as young dancers. We know it can be very. You can experience off balance at some point.
Yes,
But the guild will
overwhelming.
help you find that balance,
balance.
and put you on a clear path on how to run as dancers, so that you don't dance out of purpose, if that makes sense. So thank you so well,
Thank
and we
you.
catch you in the next episode. And bye.